Exploring biomolecules, the building blocks of life. Introduction. Biomolecules are the intricate molecular structures that serve as the fundamental building blocks of life. From the DNA strands encoding our genetic information to the proteins facilitating cellular functions, biomolecules play diverse and vital roles in the functioning of living organisms. This comprehensive overview delves into the fascinating world of biomolecules, exploring their classifications, structures, functions, and significance in biological systems. Classification of biomolecules. Biomolecules can be broadly classified into four main categories: carbohydrates, lipids, proteins, and nucleic acids. Each class exhibits distinct chemical properties and functions essential for life processes. 1. Carbohydrates. Carbohydrates, commonly referred to as sugars, are organic compounds composed of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen atoms. They serve as the primary source of energy for organisms and play structural roles in cells. Carbohydrates range from simple sugars, such as glucose and fructose, to complex polysaccharides like cellulose and glycogen. 2. Lipids. Lipids are hydrophobic molecules encompassing fats, oils, phospholipids, and steroids. They serve as energy reserves, form cellular membranes, and act as signaling molecules. The diverse types of lipids include triglycerides, phospholipids, cholesterol, and hormones like estrogen and testosterone. 3. Proteins. Proteins are polymers of amino acids linked by peptide bonds. They are indispensable for cellular structure, function, and regulation. Proteins serve as enzymes catalyzing biochemical reactions, hormones regulating physiological processes, antibodies defending against pathogens, and structural components in cells and tissues. 4. Nucleic acids. Nucleic acids, namely DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid, and RNA, ribonucleic acid, are macromolecules responsible for genetic information storage, transmission, and expression. DNA contains the genetic instructions for synthesizing proteins, while RNA plays crucial roles in protein synthesis and gene regulation. Structural features of biomolecules. Each class of biomolecules possesses unique structural features that dictate their functions and interactions within biological systems. 1. Carbohydrates. Carbohydrates exhibit various structural forms, including monosaccharides, disaccharides, and polysaccharides. Monosaccharides are single sugar units like glucose and fructose, while disaccharides consist of two monosaccharide units linked by glycosidic bonds, such as sucrose and lactose. Polysaccharides are complex carbohydrates composed of long chains of monosaccharide units, such as starch, cellulose, and glycogen. 2. Lipids. Lipids are characterized by their hydrophobic nature and diverse structures. Fats and oils consist of glycerol molecules esterified to 3 fatty acid chains. Phospholipids contain a glycerol backbone linked to 2 fatty acids and a phosphate group, forming cell membranes. Steroids, such as cholesterol, have a characteristic 4-ring structure and serve as precursors for hormones. 3. Proteins. Proteins possess a hierarchical structure comprising primary, secondary, tertiary, and quaternary levels of organization. The primary structure is the linear sequence of amino acids dictated by the genetic code. Secondary structures, including alpha helices and beta sheets, result from hydrogen bonding within the polypeptide chain. Tertiary structure refers to the 3-dimensional folding of the entire polypeptide chain, while quaternary structure arises from interactions between multiple protein subunits. 4. Nucleic acids. DNA and RNA molecules consist of nucleotide monomers linked by phosphodiester bonds. Nucleotides comprise a nitrogenous base, adenine, guanine, cytosine, thymine in DNA, and uracil in RNA, a 5-carbon sugar, deoxyribose in DNA and ribose in RNA, and a phosphate group. DNA adopts a double helix structure with complementary base pairing, AT, GC, while RNA typically exists as a single-stranded molecule. Functions of biomolecules. Biomolecules perform a myriad of essential functions crucial for the survival and functioning of living organisms. 1. Carbohydrates. Carbohydrates serve as the primary energy source for cellular processes, providing fuel for metabolic activities. Additionally, they contribute to structural integrity, as seen in the cellulose fibers comprising plant cell walls and the chitin forming the exoskeleton of arthropods. 2. Lipids. Lipids function as energy reserves, storing excess energy in adipose tissue for future use. They also constitute the lipid bilayer of cell membranes, providing structural support and facilitating selective permeability. Moreover, lipids play signaling roles through lipid-derived molecules like prostaglandins and serve as insulation and protection for organs. 3. Proteins. Proteins exhibit diverse functions crucial for cellular processes and organismal functions. Enzymes catalyze biochemical reactions by lowering activation energy, facilitating metabolic pathways. Structural proteins, such as collagen and keratin, provide support and strength to tissues like skin, tendons, and hair. Hormonal proteins, like insulin and growth hormones, regulate physiological processes, while antibodies defend against pathogens. 4. Nucleic acids. Nucleic acids encode and store genetic information essential for inheritance and protein synthesis. DNA serves as the template for RNA synthesis through transcription, which, in turn, guides protein synthesis during translation. RNA molecules, including messenger RNA, mRNA, transfer RNA, tRNA, and ribosomal RNA, rRNA, play pivotal roles in gene expression and protein assembly. Significance of biomolecules. Biomolecules are indispensable for life, as they govern the structure, function, and regulation of biological systems at molecular, cellular, and organismal levels. Conclusion. Biomolecules constitute the molecular basis of life, orchestrating the intricate processes that sustain living organisms. Understanding their classifications, structures, functions, and significance provides profound insights into the complexity and beauty of biological systems. As research advances, uncovering the roles and interactions of biomolecules continues to unveil new avenues for scientific exploration and innovation in diverse fields, from medicine to biotechnology.